So, good evening, everyone. Welcome to this introductory session on remedies for back pain and other health issues organized by IWSP, Integrated Wellness Science and Practice. It's a good start to have this session on the International Yoga Day. So, I welcome all of you. My name is Akash Yardi, and I'm part of IWSP in the capacity of a volunteer and someone who's just fascinated by the potential of integrated wellness. Today, I have with me an esteemed panel of experts in the field of medicine, orthopedics, ergonomics, and physiotherapy. So before I go ahead and introduce our panel of experts to all of you, allow me to spend a couple of minutes to talk to you about why we believe this subject is worth every bit of your time and attention. You know, McKinsey & Company, which is one of the world's leading consulting companies, released a study report in November last year about how they believe the future of work could look like. Their findings were not very surprising to most of us in the corporate sector, where they predicted that almost a quarter of the population in advanced economies and about 20% of the population in growth economies, like in India and China, will continue to work from home in the aftermath of COVID-19. Well, personally, I've always loved the idea of being able to work from home and avoid the downside of having to travel every day. But now that we have been working from home for more than I think around 15 months now, we are beginning to see the problems with this arrangement, and I believe so have some of you as well. Let me quote some statistics so that you understand what I mean. There was a research conducted by the International Journal of Allied Medical Sciences and Clinical Research, Hyderabad, on the impact of work from home. There were close to, if I'm not wrong, around 800 participants included in that study. And 80% of those people had never worked from home before. So the demographic distribution was also taken care of. So we had about everyone from the ages of 20 up until 60 and even 60 plus. So demographics were properly distributed. There was the male to female ratio was also considered as a good spread. It was 55 to 45. The results of this study was quite fascinating. At least it was fascinating for me. 60% of the participants in this survey stated that they had either been an increase or they reported, a fluctuating tendency of musculoskeletal problems, which includes body pain, back pain, joint pain, etc. And 36% of them reported that the intensity of pain that they experience has now become severe. But that being said, 80% of participants perceived, I repeat, perceived that it is the wrong posture and ergonomics at home that is causing this issue. And what did they do to solve the problem? This is the fascinating part. Nothing. 85% of them said that they have opted for self-remedies. I was reading this interesting book called Homo Deus by Yuval Noah Harari. I don't know if you have heard of him and read his books. But based on his research, he says that today we have a problem of plenty. As compared to just a few hundred years ago, more people in the world today die of overeating than they die of hunger. This is mostly because when changes come about, we are so busy coping with them that we fail to pay attention to the right mechanism in which we should cope with the change. So if you think about it, the solution to hunger is not abundance of food, it's balanced diet. So today, and through the course of the planned 5-day seminar, which will take place between 26th of June and 30th of June, our panel of highly acclaimed doctors and physiotherapists will try to give you just that, the right mechanism to cope with this change called working from home. So, without further ado, let me introduce you to our esteemed speakers. So what I will do is I will invite our speakers one by one. The first speaker for today is Dr. Sushil Sharma. He's a fellow of American College of Cardiology, FACC, member of Royal College of, I'll just move the slide as well so that all of you see the introduction. He's also a member of Royal College of Physicians, MRCP UK, member of Physician Committee for Responsible Medicine, PCRM, and member of American Society of Preventive Cardiology. His general cardiology training was at Leeds University and Manchester University in England. He completed his interventional cardiology fellowship training at Henry Ford Heart and Vascular Institute, Detroit, Michigan. After practicing as an interventional cardiologist for 40 years, he has shifted his focus towards overall wellness and prevention of chronic lifestyle issues. Dr. Sushil Sharma, I hand over the floor to you.
Thank you very much. Welcome you all. So this is a program about working from home and what it brings to us. Well, first of all, what it brings to us is a new lifestyle. So you have to understand that you had a lifestyle and that has been impacted by the new change that came with the pandemic, forcing you to work from home, and that has created a new lifestyle. So the very important thing is that if you look at this new lifestyle as a challenge that brings you opportunities, then I think you are on a very good path, because then it opens up doors for you to look at avenues, how you can improve the way you work from home. And that's what you're here for. Obviously, you made that choice. Now, I am an interventional cardiologist and I'm also a preventive cardiologist, and my focus really now is wellness. And I believe in integrated wellness, and integrated to different people means different things. But for me, it basically means integrating the mind and the body. The body component that we talk about in our program, and we have an acronym for that called DASH program, diet, activity, stress, and habit. You will see that the top two, the diet and activity, are really body related, and they are related to your external nature. And we talk about scientifically validated techniques, proven published studies about diet and activity that help. With regards to stress and habit, that really is a part of the mind connection in this equation. And that's where we use the ancient wisdom of yoga, meditation, and pranayama to help you understand and control your mind. And that is really how we bring this unique integration of mind and body for you to achieve wellness. The unique thing about this program is we do not just tell you what to do and what works. We also tell you what not to do and what does not work. Because if you're investing your time and money into doing things which do not work, you're really wasting your time. So what we do in this program is, over the next 5 days, I will begin with an introductory session, and then we'll go through each component. And the first component of that is diet. About the diet, we'll tell you what is the diet that prevents lifestyle disorders. If you really look at today, there are 8 major lifestyle disorders that will result in 80% of your wealth being consumed, and 80% of your physician visits, 80% of your finances on the health will be spent on these. And there's a very good chance that 80% of us will end up getting them at some point in our life, and 80% of us are going to die from these 8 illnesses. So what are these? High blood pressure, diabetes, high cholesterol, heart attack, stroke, some cancers, and chronic kidney disease and chronic lung disease. So all of these, you will be amazed, 80% reason for them lies in your lifestyle, and 20% of the reason lies in something else, like your genetics or outside factors, or cancers that are related to chemicals or environmental hazards. So on the diet side, we talk about a diet which is nutritious and helps you prevent those lifestyle disorders. We'll go through the components of diet. We'll go through the diet patterns. We'll go through the diet recipes, and we'll also go through what actually does not work and what works with regards to your diet. Some of these things will shock you. For example, just to give you a teaser, you realize, as very well mentioned by Akash in our introduction, that really the real crux of the problem in diet is not underconsumption. The problem is overconsumption. And in overconsumption, the problem really is overconsumption of only 4 components of food. I call them your 4 white enemies. The processed white grain, like rice and atta, the white dairy in excess in consumption, which causes all the problems, excess consumption of salt, and excess consumption of sugar, which is processed sugar. if those of you who join us for a long time for this program will benefit from a lot more scientific information. I give you detailed scientific information on this. But those of you who may choose not to join for the benefit of those, if you want to go away with one pearl on diet from this program without joining the program, remember, if you minimize the processed food, processed grain, the dairy products, excess of salt, excess of sugar in your diet, you improved your diet 80%. But the rest of those things we'll tell you in detail during the program. We'll tell you what works in activity and what does not. And what is the best activity? Just being active does not give you health. Just doing aerobics does not give you health. You really have to indulge in some kind of physical activity that gives you the strength, the aerobic exercise, the flexibility and balance. And we'll tell you what gives you all four components of the activity that are good for your wellness. We also tell you how to take care of your sleep, how to take care of your rest, because it's very important. We'll explain to you in detail about circadian rhythm, how that functions and how that helps you control your balance in life. Just like you have a clock outside, there's a clock inside your mind that tells you it's daytime, nighttime, sleep time, rest time, and there's a clock in every organ of your body. And you'll be amazed how by not creating circadian synchrony, you pay a huge penalty of leading a dysregulated, undisciplined life that leads to lifestyle disorders. We have a unique set of practices that we talk about stress management. I agree with you, taking a walk, watching TV, reading a book, listening to music, being in good company, all that helps to take away stress, but that really takes away the stress as a Band-Aid. It takes away stress for the duration that you are doing that activity that gives you the pleasure that it's giving you. But it's really not a long-term solution to stress management. We will give you time-tested, scientifically proven techniques that actually transform your brain and your mind, your synaptic connections, that really changes your neuroplasticity, that then helps you handle stress. And you really find out the mechanism of stress, where it lies in your mind, and what practices that you do to prevent stress, because you will realize when the talk goes on from Dr. Mrityunjay also, he'll tell you about all these aches and pains. He'll explain to you a lot of these aches and pains really are in the muscle, no doubt, but a significant amount of aches and pains in your muscles are because of your mind. So stress can also represent as a bodily dysfunction in terms of pain, dysfunction, and disability. And we'll give you the techniques that really help you stress management in detail. And at the end of the day, really, all that you're going to learn, all that you're going to see in this program that helps you change really is changing your habits. And we have a unique way of looking at habits, which is very scientific. So those of you who may only attend this introductory session and not come along, let me tell you one thing: habit never dies. Whatever habit you form in your mind is yours forever for the rest of your life. So how do you then lead a life of good habits? What you do is you supplant new habits. You transform your habits by substituting habits. And we'll give you the science behind it, what works and what does not work, and how do you bring about habit transformation. So for us, this mind connection is extremely important. And we say, okay, you look at an oyster, just to give an example. The oyster lives in water, and this oyster with its limited mind creates a beautiful body, both outside and inside. The outside is a shining shell that you see, that you all collect in your homes and as a decorative piece. Inside is a beautiful pearl that it collects from this. How does it do that? What it does, it brings about a unique integration of the outer and the inner nature. The outer nature is the ocean in which this oyster is, and it takes in nutrition from there. It knows what to take and what not to take. That makes a beautiful outer shell. It swims in that water. It knows how to swim in that water to make sure that those ridges and those colors come out beautiful in it. So outer nature, the diet and activity, how beautifully the oyster controls with small mind. And it also controls its inner nature. The inner nature is what brings out this beautiful pearl that forms inside that. And we all have that inside us. We have the capacity to control our external nature, and we have the capacity to control our inner nature. We really have to explore our mind and come to realize our mind-body connection that gives us the integrated health that we are going to talk about. Because at the end of the day, you have only one friend in this world and you have only one enemy in this world. Your best friend is your mind and your worst enemy is your mind. And we'll talk about in detail, how do you study your mind, control your mind, and use your mind then to bring in the wellness. So we'll get together now, next 5 sessions starting from June 26th. What we are going to do is we're going to explore our mind-body connection. We're going to explore good practices for diet, activity, stress, and habit, and integrate all that to bring in a beautiful mind-body connection that really converts this challenge of working from home into an opportunity, which then propels us to accommodate this new lifestyle into a lifestyle and have healthy and prosperous and wealthy and fulfilled living. Thank you very much and hope you'll join us.
Thank you, Dr. Sushil. That was extremely insightful. And to be honest, I can't wait to join you on 26th and listen more pearls of wisdom from you. Fantastic. So I think we should move on. The next speaker for the day is Dr. Mrityunjaya. Let me very quickly introduce all of you to Dr. Mrityunjaya. He's a professor and head of the Department of Orthopedics, GSS Medical College and Hospital in Mysore. He's also the founder principal of GSS College of Physiotherapy for the last 6 years. He's the head of Department of Occupational Therapy, also the head of GSS Artificial Limb Center in GSS Hospital. He's the brain behind GSS Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation Center, PMRC, at GSS Hospital. With his deep understanding in medical science as well as yoga, he has identified effective asanas or postures and exercises of all kinds for musculoskeletal disorders. He is known not only for treating patients, but he also identifies the root causes of the problems, and by applying integrated approach, he cures them. He's also joined by Mr. Durai Raj, who's a physiotherapeutic interventionist. He holds an MSc in yoga as well. He's undergone intensive yoga and therapeutic trainings under many institutions like Isha, Sky, Indian Institute of Yoga, and naturopathy. He's got more than 2,000 plus hours of training as well. So, Dr. Mrityunjaya and Mr. Durai Raj, I hand over the floor to you.
So, good evening, everyone. So, happy International Day of Yoga this time. So, actually, today we had I'm actually a professor of orthopedics working in JSS Medical College. So, which is an institution attached to JSS Academy of Higher Education and Research. So, if you just search JSS AHER, so you will know how much, so what is the level of the JSS University which has gone in. So, we have that amount of the activities which goes in our university. So, I am part of that university, so wherein more than 350 institutions organized by or headed by a Swamiji or a religious mutt. So that's why the religious effect is there in the whatever studies that are undergone in JSS AHER. Morning only we had a meeting with the JSS AHER, so yoga department organized a yoga session for us. And in the afternoon, so in the morning, another in the department, my department, so I had an introductory talk on yoga and therapy, how it is going to benefit. So our combination, what we are having, so either the Dr. Srishar Sharma's and myself, so who has basically an orthopedic surgeon and who has gone into in depth of anatomy, physiology, biochemistry, how the body works, how it functions. So I think the doctor who has studied all this would be a best person to know about the yoga and its effects. Yoga doesn't mean, so actually yoga really means yuj. Yuj means union of the body and mind. Uniting the body with the external, union of the microcosm, our own body, if you just take it as a microcosm, uniting with the macrocosm, the entire universe. That's what exactly is the yoga is all about. So the practices that have been given as related to yoga is related to the mind, control of the body, by asanas, by pranayam. So by doing all that, so we are controlling the body and trying to unite the body with the universe. So when we are not doing, so now we are coming, when you come back to the actual gist of the activities, what we are doing in this whole program of 6 days. They say, so the organizers, they said, so why don't you talk about the problems of working from home? What are the things that are going to happen if you start working from home? There are so many conditions which are happening and which I am been seeing it from past 30 years, which are very common and which is hardly treated because the known factors are the day-to-day activities. The way we sit, the way we eat, what Dr. Sharma has already told you, way we think, how we keep our body. So all these matters in getting us into a disease state. So all these, the diseases which we have mentioned, which are seeing in this PPT, plantar fasciitis, retrocalcaneal bursitis, or osteoarthritis, back pains, this are neck pain, the shoulder pain, the pains of the hands, all these are related to the work-related problem. So which most of us, almost I can say 90% of us in some day or the other in our lifetime will be experiencing all this because we have been working. So we have got to know how to work, how to prevent them. So it's not that just attending this program, you will be able to totally prevent everything and see that, so we are totally healthy. So we are trying to analyze the what is causing it. How do we know what causes it? What postures are leading to all this? So if I can have a next slide wherein we can just show you the method. So if you just see this slide, the person who is sitting, so I have been sitting in this posture for almost, I can say 10 hours, some people sit for 12 hours and the 6 hours of sleep. You just take away 6 hours of your sleep at 12 hours like this, that means 18 hours. We are not doing anything for our body. So once we are stretching it, so all the problems, it will be starting from the neck pain to the shoulder pain, upper back, low back. So they're all not anatomically aligned. So we have the person who is expert in ergonomics, who can tell you the how to sit, how to balance, how to maintain this body. So we have a yoga teacher in our group wherein he'll be able to tell you or demonstrate how to keep this body mobile and the stable, stretchable, toning up, alignment. So if you just see the entire area itself, so knee is always kept down. So knee is bent, so that will lead to a lot of osteoarthritis. The spine is bent, so that will lead to all of back pains. The shoulder and the activities are not there for the upper back only. So everything is happening only in the front. Nothing is happening behind. So how do we keep that the body which is not active? So we have got to do something for that. So we have got to maintain the posture, plus integrate it with the exercises which the yoga teaches to you. And then regularly, if you are practicing, the diseases which are going to happen after a very long duration of this bad ergonomics can be prevented. Or most of this, what I am seeing in an orthopedic outpatient, they're all preventable. Unfortunately, nobody wants to prevent it. So since it is preventable, you can definitely get it out of it and you maintain a good health. So that is the purpose of our whole program of 6 days of integration, integrating the biomechanics, the anatomy, physiology, ergonomics, and the yoga therapy, along with the basic principles or the day-to-day activities, what we are doing. So integrating even the science. So that will be told by the Dr. Sharma himself. So he will be telling you related to the diet. So we are the outputs of what we are feeding in. Your computer depends on what you feed in, what softwares are there inside, what hardwares are there. So depending on that, you are a good computer. So how do we improve that inputs into that computer? How do we maintain this body which has been given to us after so many years of the births, rebirths? So the body has been given by God. So we have got to maintain this body in a perfect manner so that we'll be able to help the society. And by helping society, we are helping ourselves. So what all things are going to happen? So why should we help? Why should we volunteer? What is going to happen if you volunteer? All this will be dealt, and this will be an integration of the different modes, because the entire body is not just what you are seeing outside. There is something which are there inside. So that's Swamiji will also be there if possible. So he will be telling you related to the koshas, different layers of the body. How do we integrate all this body? Not just only looking after only the body. So we have got to look after the mind. We have got to look after the breath, the air, the space, the water. Everything has to be looked after. Only then there will be a total integration on the health. So it is not just only health, it is the wellness. So from health, we have got to go towards wellness. So how do we go there? How do we achieve it? So in my talks, I will be telling you more details related to the anatomy, physiology, the postures, how do we retain, how do we balance the structure, and how do we maintain it. I think this will be definitely beneficial for all the people who will be joining in. I welcome you all and wish you all a happy learning with this group.
Thank you so much, Dr. Mruthyunjay. That was very insightful, I must say. And we will look forward to hearing more from you in the, when we have the seminar from 26 onwards. So thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
Okay, let's move on. Next on our panel of experts, we have Dr. Ishwar Singh with us. He is a senior ergonomics specialist, a physical therapist, a posture expert, an early intervention and injury management specialist. He's also the founder of Run Ergo. He's professionally engaged with several institutions and companies like Synergio Consulting Private Limited Singapore, Vedanta Resources, Hindustan Zinc, Apple Singapore, IIT Mumbai, Government of Madhya Pradesh, Bombay Chamber of Commerce, Secure Meters, and of course, IWSP. So, Dr. Ishwar Singh, I hand over the floor to you.
Good evening, everyone. As Dr. Mruthyunjay said, that ergonomics is very important part of our life. By implementing ergonomics, we can prevent many types of musculoskeletal pain and work-related musculoskeletal disorders. So, as the name indicate, what is ergonomics? Ergonomics is the science of comfort design. We can say by applying ergonomics, we can prevent pain. Nowadays, we all are facing this. Most of us are working from home. So many of us are suffering from back pain, knee pain, neck pain. So we call, say, cervical spondylosis. So we can say tennis elbow, like in elbow, we are having pain. We can say knee pain. So there are different types of pains which we can prevent by applying ergonomics. So we can say ergonomics as the science of design. We can say ergonomics is the science of comfort design. So if we want to feel comfortable, or if we want to live pain-free life, we have to apply ergonomics in our day-to-day life. Or ergonomics is not like that we have to follow ergonomics at our workstation only. We can apply ergonomics at our home also. We can apply ergonomics to our kids also. So ergonomics is the common thing we can apply everywhere. There is opportunity of ergonomics at everywhere. We can apply at shop floor also. We can apply at office also. We can apply ergonomics in every part of life. So in our upcoming session of IWSP on 26th, we are going to cover how we can transform our non-ergonomic workstation with ergonomic one. So what is we are going to cover in that part? We can set up the workstation, how we can set up our workstation in existing resources. Like if you want to select, suppose you all have question in mind, what should be the ideal chair? How I can select my chair? So in chair part, we are going to cover like chair height. What should be the ideal height of chair while sitting at home or while sitting at workstation? What should be the proper height? Everybody have question in mind. What should be the ideal height? How to sit? So we are going to cover that height part of the chair while selecting the chair. What should be the proper height? Then we are going to cover footrest. Why footrest is important while selecting the workstation. Footrest is important or not. Many of us have question in our mind. Why footrest required? We because every individual have different body structure, different body mass index. So as per their height and their weight, we should design their workstation. So everybody have different workstation setup, and we can apply ergonomics, and we can set up an ergonomic workstation. So like footrest, then height of the chair, then we are going to cover back support, whether back support is required or not. So for prevention of back pain, we have to select what type of back support we should use. So then we are going to cover armrest, whether armrest is required, and selection of chair or not. Many of us have questioned whether armrest is required or not. So we are going to cover whether armrest is required or not. And many of have question in our mind, what type of keyboard we should use, external keyboard or mouse or not. Then we are going to cover what should be the ideal distance between screen and eye, what should be the desk height, what should be the lightning part. We are going to cover lighting ergonomics also. So then we have ventilation ergonomics also. Nowadays ventilation is important part, so ergonomics is very vast. So there are different type of topics like lighting ergonomics, ventilation ergonomics, noise ergonomics, and workstation and furniture setup. So these all are very important topic. Then we will compare which posture is better, whether sitting posture is good, whether standing posture is good. Right now I am presenting this topic in a standing posture. So standing posture is better, and we are going to discuss more about standing posture, which posture is good and why sitting posture is bad for our health. We are going to cover. Then we have health benefits of stretch. We are going to cover why stretch is beneficial, how we can make the neutral position of rest, how we can make the neutral position of each joint, like knee joint, wrist joint, elbow joint, shoulder joint. There are different types. All joints have neutral position. By applying neutral position, your joints will be in minimal stress or wear and tear. So stretches also we are going to cover in upcoming session. Then strengthening exercise, that is also important, how we can strengthen our muscles, tendons, ligaments. So upcoming session we are going to cover all the aspects of ergonomics in details. And this slide you can see we are going to cover from toe to head. So you can start again, I repeat, we can start with foot, what will be the good position of feet, whether we should place flat on floor or not. Then we are means all have question, what should be the ideal height while sitting on workstation. That we are going to cover what should be the seat depth. What is seat depth? Seat depth is like distance, length of your back edge and front edge. So everybody have question in mind, what should be the ideal seat depth while selecting the chair. So how to measure the seat depth, what should be the ideal seat depth, which will help in maintaining the neutral posture of your spine, your vertebral column. So these topics all we are going to cover in upcoming session of IWSP, and hope you all will enjoy this session. And many small tips are there in respect to ergonomics. By applying these small tips, and we can utilize existing resources while we are working at home, so that we can prevent this type of musculoskeletal disorders, and we can live pain-free life, and we can feel more comfortable. And if we are more comfortable and we are pain-free, then we are more productive. So hope you all will join and enjoy the session. Thank you, Akash.
Thank you, Dr. Ishwar. That was quite insightful, because most of us who today work from home, I think when we go to office, all of this in terms of setup and everything is taken care by the corporate, and then either the HR deals with it when the office is designed. But now when the offices have shifted to home, I don't think most of us, including me, while you were talking, I was trying to adjust my seat and see if I'm seated right or not. So yeah, so I really look forward to hearing you speak in much more detail and share your insights in the seminar. So with that, I guess we have come to the end of our list of speakers for today, and that was the review that all of you had. Before I let you all go, we will just try and take a few more minutes, and I would request Mr. Naresh from IWSP to talk about how you all could enroll into this 5-day seminar and also formally close this session. A big thank you from my end to all the participants. Mr. Naresh, I hand over the proceedings to you.
Thank you, Akrosh. Thank you so much. There are a lot of questions have come in the chat box. Please put your questions. We'll get it answered immediately. The first question is, when is it going to start? The actual program is going to start on 26th of June. That is coming Saturday at 6 p.m. So it's going to be 5-day course from 26th onwards, every day evening, 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. India time. So how do I register? You can go to IWSP, myiwsp.com website. You get everything easily available. Also, we have put it on the screen that you can see. The QR code is there. You can use the GPay, PhonePay, or we also have given you the account details. How much it is? It is 2,500 rupees for all India participants from India. If someone needs to pay from outside India, it will be $50 for outside India, if it comes from outside India accounts. And then there is another question. What is the role of asana and pranayama in managing work from home situation? I think this can go to Dr. Mrutyunjaya. You can take it up. You're muted.
So asanas and pranayama, actually, as I was telling you, the asana yoga means huge. So for union of the self microcosm and the macrocosm, you need to have a balance. So for the balancing, whenever you are sitting in one particular posture, say if you are just sitting like this in the front, so the back structures are all stretched. The front structures are all contracted, just for giving you one example. So when they are contracted like that, so whenever a structure is stretched out, that becomes weak. And when you go back and then try to look upwards, now once the posture structure is weak, what will happen? Just try to slide backwards. So it will just give way. So that giving way is the once it is just moving backwards, there are nerves which are there very delicate and very sensitive. It just trickles that nerve. And once the nerve is trickled, suddenly the muscle will go into spasm. Now if the trickle is quite severe enough, so it can lead to a spasm and the tear of those muscles for also, and it's not develop sudden pain here. And to get away from that pain, you get weeks and months together. So that is why it is important to have a balanced body. So that is the purpose of yoga and the pranayama. So this yoga will stretch and tone up the muscles, balance the body in a neutral position so that it can work much better. And the pranayama, what does it do? It just maintains the internal LU or the mind. If the mind is fluttering all the time, you cannot concentrate. And if you are not able to concentrate, you cannot complete your work. If you cannot complete your work, so your muscles are always in the toning up position. That toned up position will lead to so whenever the muscles are toned up, inside that muscle there are vessels. Blood supply to that muscle goes through that. So if there is a contractor or spasm of that muscle, so supply of the blood also goes down and the muscle starts aching. Just ache of a muscle is actually a cry of the blood supply, cry of the nutrition. That is the importance. Swamiji is also there, so he can put up his views related to the use of yoga and pranayama for maintaining wellness.
Yeah, very nicely explained by Dr. Mrutyunjay. The blood supply increases, the oxygen supply increases. So that is the ultimate physical benefits of practicing yoga. As already explained by him, by the word yoga means to become one, to get united. That is the highest benefit. But at the beginning stage, asana and pranayama, by practicing proper asanas, your muscles become strong. So already explained, if your muscles are weak, your position is not proper. You will sit like this, one-sided pain. So bad postures will lead in pain and decrease blood supply and oxygen supply. When you practice asana, your blood supply increases, your oxygen supply increases. Yes, pranayama is all about circulating the prana shakti, vital energy, to every cell of the body. So you become strong, physically, mentally strong, and you attain your real nature, which is called as spirit, soul, Atman, Brahman, the highest energy. You will feel energetic. प्राणायाम करने के बाद, योगासन करने के बाद एक तरह का आनंद आता है. अभी आप लोग सब बैठे हैं. If you can all practice with me Brahmari, simple pranayama. So please sit straight in your place. Close your eyes, close your ears, say humming sound when you exhale. Breathe in, exhale and say See, instant benefits. Increased blood supply, increased oxygen supply to the brain, the skull, the muscles around the neck. You are getting refreshed. You are ready to listen another 40 minutes talk. This is how pranayama helps to refresh, get the vital energy. You will feel good. Maja aata hai yogasan pranayam karne mein. That's how you are free from all the pains. Over to you.
Yeah.
Marish.
Thank you, Swamiji. Yes, Dr. Sushil is there. There is a question. How is stress related to pain? I think he covered in the talk a little bit. Okay.
Yeah, I think Dr. Mrityunjay can answer that.
Is not there.
No problem. So, I mean, I think there are a lot of questions. We'll take a few. There is one question. I'm homemaker. Will this program includes osteoporosis? I mean, there is a lot of things we are trying to cover it. Whatever Dr. Sushil is going to talk about, it's going to cover wide range of all, lifestyle issues. So I think the answer is yes, you should try it out. The next question is, what is the breakup of each elements in the course? Yeah. So we will get more details through the WhatsApp group. Dr. Mrityunjay is going to take 3-day sessions. He's going to, talk those 11 issues, whatever we displayed it. He's going to take one by one all the 11 issues with the help of Durai, who is going to give a postures also, how we can correct it. And the ergonomist, Dr. Ishwar, will be taking care of one full day session. And then Dr. Sushil will be there all 5 days, 20 minutes each. He's going to cover. So this is how it is. Sushil is going to be there for all 5 days, 20 minutes each. Dr. Mrityunjay is going to cover 3 full days, and then Ishwar Singh is going to cover 1 full day. That is how it is planned. It's a 5-day program, starts from 26th of June. It's a 5-day program, 26th to 30th, evening 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. India time.
Right.
I think we crossed 6:45.
We have crossed. There is a lot of questions. We'll try to get all these, questions answered in the WhatsApp group also. Anyway, but still a lot of people are waiting to see. I think we can go a little further also. Just give me a second. Maybe Dr. Mrityunjay, this is a question for you. Does epidural cause back pain?
What is it? Epidural?
Yeah, epidural cause back pain. That's a question.
Now, what does he understand by epidural? Epidural is a space actually. Space which is covering.
Okay. I don't know the person.
I think what they meant is they wanted to know whether the injection into the spine caused back pain. That may be the
Yes.
question which they wanted
Yes.
to ask.
Maybe.
This is a very common question which everybody asks, especially the ladies who come over for back pain. And they said, I took an injection for my delivery. And that is the one. So they target that injection as a cause for back pain. Every case that we do in a surgery operation, almost 80 to 90% of them are done by injecting the back and making the whole lower limb numb. So nobody will have a back pain like that. So no injection will give you any back pain. So what is going to give the back pain? It is a bad posture. So it is the imbalance. So it is the structures which are tight one side and the loose the other side. So that is the one which is giving you the back pain. So how the postures, how do we maintain it? So we are going to cover all that in our whole program. So unnecessarily all these common things are there which people easily give a say what I can say this will just give you the free advice. So they believe more of that free advice than the advice that the doctors give you. That is a problem in society. So believe what is actually science. Believe, you practice and then find yourself how beautifully you improve. Instead of believing somebody who doesn't know anything.
Another question, doctor, again to you. What is the best food for bone strength?
Best food, so nothing like a best food there. So it is an integration of the whole body. Best food is what we actually say. So whole bone is consists of the mineral part. So it is totally water. So water is there, minerals are there, plus you have the collagen, the tissue. That is your proteins are there. So protein is the one, something like binding, so if it is a pillar, inside the pillar there is rods, metal rods. So those metal rods are made by the proteins. And outside that there are jelly or the sand or the cement that is making the whole concrete. So that is a mineral part. So mineral part and the jelly part inside, both of them have to be good. So you've got to have a good protein, you've got to have a good minerals. And how does that protein and the mineral improve? So it improves only if that bone is given the function. So if you are filled, so if the bone is there, if you are filled with the entire thing with the protein and the mineral, it will not take. The bone has to work. Only when it is working, so it just tries, because it has to feel that hunger. It has to feel that, yes, I want calcium. Yes, I want protein. So that wantingness has to be there. Only when you are fully hungry, when you are fasting for the whole day, the food appears so beautiful. But if you are already filled, and even if a good dish is given in front of you, it doesn't feel good for you. So for the healthy tissue, you need to have that craving. That means that particular tissue has to function. So that function has to come. Only when it is functioning, the tissues that we are giving is useful. So it is not just only the food that we are taking, what to eat. That is one part of it. What to eat is one part, but we have to give the exercises. We have to give the therapy. You have to maintain the posture for that the food to work for that organ. So both are important.
One last question, we'll close it. What is the cause of sudden pain in a scapular region?
So suddenly it is because of bad posture. I told you when you are sitting for a very long time. So it's either the flex one. So I just stretched out. So whenever the stretching is there, when you come back and the whole spasm happens. So that spastic muscle will lead to increase, reduced oxygenation, reduced blood supply, or it can have small tears. So that tears heals by some kind of a fibrosis. So if that heals by fibrosis, you will have a chronic, for years together you will have pain. So if it heals by, if it's a transient or a transitory ischemia, reduced blood supply, it just recovers back just by taking the posture back, and then you have proper alignment. So that depends on what exactly you have. Swamiji is already showing what has to be done for the back. So we are always actually, when you are working, all the front parts are active. We are never bothered about the back. So that's why in between our activity, we have got to keep a little sensation toward the back pain. Just keep on stretching. So do some regular shoulder therapy exercise to stretch out the back with the exercises for the strengthening there, and then give a chin thrust. All this will be taught to you in the course of the program.
So the course is designed in such a way that Dr. Mrutyunjaya will talk those 3 days. Each of those issues, whatever we listed, 11 of them, you will have what are all the right posture, what are all the simple exercises, postural corrections will, help you to reverse and get rid of it. That also will be part of it. So yeah, with the interest of time, even though everybody is interested, and even though we extended almost 21 minutes, still staying there. Thank you so much for being there. So please visit our IWSP, myiwsp.com site and start register and pay. Any help, any support, any query you have, I already put the help desk number in our chat group. It is 8056-885017. It is already there in your chat box. please do call Karthikeyan will answer. So please do register. We have about 5 days to go. We need to close it quickly possible. We may close all the registration in the next 3 days. So request all of you to take a quick action. Any query, clarifications, please do call Karthikeyan. He will help you out. So with this, thank you so much, Dr. Mrutyunjaya, Dr. Sushil, and then Dr. Ishwar, Dr. Sushil, Swami Ji, as well as Avrash. Thank you so much for your time and support. We really appreciate your help on this. Thank you so much. Have a good night and have a nice day for outside India participants. Thank you so much.